Hello friends and welcome to Knowledge Bharati. I am Bhavna Patidar here, and as you all know I have cracked NTA NET exam recently in December 2019, so I have decided to share my personal notes with you. We have already completed 3 videos in this series, so if you have not seen those videos till now, then please see those videos first, then come to this video, because we are studying this in a sequential order. So friends, we have studied till now Civil War, Interregnum, and we have started John Milton. So first video on John Milton we have completed, and now we will study John Milton further. Okay, so we will study from, okay, yeah, we will study from here. Okay, in 1652 John Milton lost his eyesight completely, and after 1652 only his younger son died, his second wife also died, and in 1656 John Milton married once again for third time, and his wife became nurse to him. Why nurse to him? Because he lost his eyesight completely. And we know that John Milton was, okay, John Milton was hiding, and during hiding he wrote Paradise Lost. In Paradise Lost, initially he wrote 10 books, but later 12 books were published. So we know that Paradise Lost was written by John Milton, but while he was hiding, at that time he wrote Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost was written in English, and we know that John Milton knew Greek, Latin, Hebrew other than English language. Okay, important work. And John Milton wrote his important work after he turned to 50. So when he turned to 50, then he wrote his many of the important works. Milton was supporter of humanist ideology and was a Puritan. So we know that he was a Catholic first, then transformed to Puritan, and he was a supporter of Puritan ideology. He was also supporter of Oliver Cromwell. He was a conservative Puritan. Works inspired from Bible. So works from Bible inspired John Milton. And story of Fairy Queen. Story of Fairy Queen is there in Bible, can be seen in the Paradise Lost. So we can see or we can say that John Milton was inspired by Bible also. And now we will see what other writers had to say about John Milton. We will see one by one. First, William Blake comes, okay, and William Blake comes and says Edmund Spenser was Milton's precursor. So, what William Blake says about John Milton, he says Edmund Spenser was Milton's precursor. William Blake also said that father of Milton is Edmund Spenser and son of Milton William Blake. He himself considered as son of John Milton, and father of John Milton Edmund Spenser. Okay. Now comes Edmund Burke. Okay, we have seen William Blake. Now Edmund Burke, he said sublime and beautiful work to the works of John Milton. Sublime and beautiful works. Edmund Burke says Milton's description of hell is very beautiful and excellent. So he praises Milton's description of hell. And he said Milton's description of hell is very beautiful and excellent. Edmund also talked about the concept of sublimity by John Milton. Okay. Now William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth in his work London in 1892. Milton, though shouldn't be living at this hour. This words said by William Wordsworth for Milton. And William Wordsworth also modeled a prelude on Paradise Lost. So the prelude of Paradise Lost by John Milton was modeled by William Wordsworth. Now comes Harold Bloom, and he had to say that anxiety of influence. Milton is central problem in any theory and history of poetical influence in English. Anxiety of influence. Milton is central problem in any theory and history of poetical influence in English. Now, a very important writer T.S. Eliot criticized Milton and he said that Milton is unsatisfactory. Milton writes English as a dead poet's language. Yes, T.S. Eliot had to say that Milton writes English as a dead poet's language. Okay. Milton's bad influence may be traced after 18th century, and T.S. Eliot here saying that Milton's bad influence may be traced after 18th century. He is saying at present time bad influence of Milton is not traced, but after 18th century it can be seen. Now there was a question in December 13. Lines were given and asked from where these lines were from. So these questions I will not be covering because I have not written complete questions here. We will now see three works written in early stage of life. We know that Milton has written in different stages of life. Like he had written very important works after when he turned to 50. We will now see three works written in his early stage of life. First is on morning of Christ nativity. So this poem is written in 27 stanza. This is 27 stanza poem. And to celebrate his 21st birthday, he write. Okay. And during this period, he was a student in Cambridge, and we know that John Milton was suspended from college. Why? Because he was having a dispute with his tutor. Okay. And Christ incarnation and overthrow of worldly and pagan thoughts. So in this poem he talked about Christ incarnation and overthrow of worldly and pagan thoughts. Now what is pagan thoughts? Pagan thoughts are those in which people don't believe on God. This poem was divided into two sections, and in these two sections, four section stanza introduction. So introduction was in four section stanza. Second work is on Shakespeare. So Milton write on Shakespeare. The name of the poem is On Shakespeare. John Milton called Shakespeare in this poem son of memory and fear of fame. So son of memory and fear of fame was called by John Milton to Shakespeare. Now the third work is on arriving at 23. So in this poem he talked about how to use talent to glorify God. In this poem he is talking about talent to and how to use the talent to glorify God. And he is saying in this poem time is winged thief of youth. So time waits for none and time is winged thief of youth. In this poem there are metaphors like summer is compared with youth, spring is prime time of life, autumn middle age, and winter old age, and says currently I am in latest stage. So John Milton has given several metaphors in this poem on arriving at 23, and he compared summer with youth, spring with prime time, autumn with middle age, and winter with old age. And John Milton he himself is saying that he is currently in the latest stage, that is he is in the winter. Okay. And after this three poems he also wrote two companion poems, and these companion poems are La Allegro and Il Penseroso. So these poems were published together and thus called companion poems. And La Allegro and Il Penseroso, these titles are written in Italian. Okay, now we will see La Allegro poem. La Allegro means a happy man. La Allegro means a happy man. Okay, here a happy man. William Blake illustrated these two poems. These poems are written by John Milton, but William Blake illustrated these two poems. La Allegro is about Greek god. La Allegro is about Greek god. And here a goddess is talked about, and a goddess is named as Melancholy. Want to leave him alone and go to Cimmerians, people who live in the darkness. John Milton here is here talking about goddess Melancholy, and he is saying that goddess want to leave him alone and go to Silmarillions, and Silmarillions means people who live in the darkness. Talks to goddess of the joy for happiness. John Milton in this poem is talking to goddess of the joy for happiness. He also talks about village and then urban life. In this poem, in La Allegro poem, he is talking about both village and urban life. Human Greek god of marriage. We have seen melancholy goddess, and now human Greek god of marriage. Difference of city and village life. In the poem La Allegro, John Milton has talked about difference of city and village life. Now we will see companion poem of La Allegro, that is Il Penseroso. Il Penseroso is also title in Latin. Okay, yes, Italian, sorry. The title is written in Italian. And La Allegro means happy man, and Il Penseroso here means thoughtful one. Okay, Il Penseroso means thoughtful one. Melancholy is very important to write poetry. Here in this poem Il Penseroso, John Milton is saying that goddess Melancholy is very important to write a poetry. Melancholy, wearing black clothes and his dark skin, come to him as a simple with other attendants, peace, quiet, contemplation, fasting, personified all emotion. So here John Milton is describing goddess Melancholy. He is saying that goddess Melancholy is wearing black clothes, has dark skin, and come to him as a simple with other attendants, and attendants here are described as a peace, quiet, contemplation, fasting, and personified all emotions. John Milton personified all emotions in this poem Il Penseroso. Okay, so from this companion poems Il Penseroso and La Allegro, questions were asked in December 2004 and December 2009, also again in December 2011. And since I have not written complete questions here, so see the questions by yourself. In December 2004, they asked which poems were wrote in octosyllabic couplets. So the answer will be Il Penseroso. In December 2009, companion of La Allegro poem. So which poem is the companion of La Allegro poem? It's Il Penseroso. Okay, in December 2011, again companion poems were asked, and La Allegro and Il Penseroso will be the answer of given question. So in this video we have seen some very important works of the John Milton. In next video we will continue John Milton and his works. We will start from Comus, our next video. Till then, keep visiting Knowledge Bharati, and if you like our video, then do share, like and subscribe our channel. And thank you very much.